Todd Queeler. Shout out. Let's just do what he said. So, when I say do what he said, what I mean is, oh, come. Thank you. Let's move along a little bit quicker. It is occasionally indicated to us that we are serving up what we want, rather than what people want. Olcott, here he is, 10 o'clock. What time going on here? Try to imagine the beginning of time. When even the idea of nothingness had not yet been discovered. So, Olcott wishes me to discuss efficiency functions in the context of a post, which says evolution without design is just a secular nihilistic ideology and it is not science. Right. Statements of facts without anything being... You see, what drew me into this metaphysics discussion was this graph, which is actually two graphs. Which talks about the evolutionary substrate. I introduced the idea of the discussion about substrate. So I think I've got to make a comment about, right, Yorgos. Let's address Yorgos first, because at Yorgos, does that... No, he doesn't lift. His Anna and 5 others shared 12 photos. Oh, let's have a look at that. Oh, it's those photos she showed. No, I don't want to see those photographs, and I don't need to go into seeing anything else on TikTok-y crap. Right. View 7 replies to Yorgos's. Nicholas Bishop says, any action must be guided. Forces. Well, yes, but space-time means the forces are the result of real objects existing in space and time. Fields. I didn't say anything about agents, you did. Why can't you stick with what I did say? So, Bishop wants you to talk about what he did say. There must, and then he goes on to say what his beliefs are. There must be an objective ordering out there for science to work. Accidents must be accompanied by ordered laws, objective structures for science to exist. Ah, dear. Your original claim was, yes, thank you. Well, we'd like that. Of course we like that. Theories test hypotheses. What? Theories are hypotheses that have extensive empirical support. They are hypotheses that have already shown extensive alignment with reality, yes. Eloquently caught. Yes, all right, we'll give that person conflating observations with physical models, therefore, before there was a theory of gravity, objects were still dropped when released. Humans impose structure onto observation to simplify studying events. Reality of the imposed structures cannot be determined. All scientists can do is test how accurately they can predict future measurements. It is conceivable, at least to me, that the universe has no structure. And this bloke's going off onto their own philosophy then. But without imposing a structure, no hypothesis could be created, and it would be impossible to make predictions. Technological progress would halt. Yet you ignore natural selection as the guide. Either your attempt at the rebuttal was playing dumb to win the argument. And I said, I think playing dumb nails it. Did Johnny Stevens like that? Yes, he did like that, because I agreed it. How can you post something so obtuse and unclear? Right, see, I want to come back to this. What is the substrate that we are evolving things in? A digital economy, our own brains, cells, DNA, or the original chemical element building blocks? Now, there's no timeline on this, and the arrows are cascading downwards, and it also says where is it going, and the downward progression is meant to mean what? Could equally be upward, couldn't it? This is based on Hilbert Information in the biosphere, biological and digital worlds. Trends in evolution, ecology and evolution. What's the date? (2016). Now, so we could link to that, but in the same diagram, increasing knowledge a priori or learned. Labeling 10 to the naught, 10 to the naught, or no, it's not actually 10 to the naught, it's 10 to the something. It is 10 to the naught on that axis, but on that axis, yes, it's also 10 to the naught. It's 1 and 1. That's an oracle. Design, throughput, population size, design time, generations. Directed evolution, screening, continuous evolution, selection. The suggestion is that you are moving in a particular direction of increasing knowledge. I don't know about automation and robotics, pushing it out on that way. What's that all about? It's not a MPRA is not explained. Multi-process recurrent action. I mean, what is it actually saying here? Combinatorial design. What is an example of combinatorial design? Which means you have between 1 and 10. I mean, is this just saying a what-if spreadsheet can have a population size of between 10 to the 1 and 10 to the 6 or 7. The actual space in which it's operating, look, is a sort of log linear population, log scale. So whereas the design time in terms of generations goes up in counts of 1, except at the very far end, where nothing's defined. Now, this is a crap diagram, surely. It shows the promise of something, but this shows nothing. Alright? This doesn't say which even time sequence is going in what direction and why. It certainly says nothing interesting in terms of having a chemistry substrate for it. And the bloke wishes me, his criticism for this diagram is you haven't gone off the chart yet. Try and imagine something where there's no substrate. How do you have evolution in the context of no substrate? I mean, the bloke is deliberately winding us all up. That's my only conclusion, is that Hugh Bishop's intention here is to just simply wind us up. Because he's not saying anything. And that is seriously my 11 minutes worth of it. And I'm trying to get to the bottom of it and be decent to the bloke, but no.